Do you want to learn how to manifest an additional 10K into your life in less than a week? If you do, stay till the end of this video where I'm going to teach you my step-by-step process that I've taught many of my inner circle members on how to manifest this and much more into their life in a short period of time. So this method of manifesting money into my life goes off of a universal law called the law of infinite supply. And so what I do, and what is so powerful, and I teach all of my students to do, is to create demand so that infinite supply makes you open to receive. So this universal law says, essentially, that there is one source, there is one provider of all. And to understand that money is a resource that is given to us through that very source. So whether you believe that that's God, universe, infinite intelligence, source, whatever language you want to use for that, is totally fine for you. But it's an understanding that there is a source to all resources, and money is one beautiful, available, infinite resource that is available to us all. So if you really do believe that money is infinite, and money is given to us through God, through source, through infinite intelligence, through the universe, then you understand that you can then make yourself open to receive and available to have a portion or a chunk of that infinite supply based on how much demand you create in your life. And that demand is not created by doing something. That demand is created in the mind. So demand looks like this. I have this bill that I want to pay, and I would love this amount of money to pay it. Thank you, God, for providing me with this money. That is creating demand in the mind. But when you go into this energy of, I have this bill to pay and I have no idea how I'm going to pay it, I'm stressed out and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to make this payment, you're now in the energy of not making the payment. You're not creating demand, because the energy that you're pushing out, that vibration that you're sending out into the world, is I can't, I don't, it's not here, it's not available, I need. And so I want you to be in the energy of receivership, which is creating that demand in the mind. I would love this. I'm calling this in. I have this need for this. And so I would love for source and supply to come. So one little example. One of the members of my inner circle, will probably have her on the podcast so you can hear her story. Her son got into a car accident and wrecked their vehicle. And so I can't remember the exact amount that was owed for this vehicle, but I think the repairs were $8,000 or $9,000. And so at first, her mind went to this place of, I don't have $8,000 or $9,000. Where am I going to get the money for this? This is awful. This is a bill I don't want to pay. And how am I going to do this? Not creating demand. And then of course we talked about it and we went into the energy. She went into these principles and she's like, okay, so if I were to create demand in my mind, then demand would look like, okay, universe, well, this is an opportunity for you to supply me with the $8,000 that I now need to pay for this vehicle. I'm open to receive this money in any all ways. I'm going to trust that you are going to provide me with, that I have this demand now, so show me the way. And guess what? It probably wasn't even a few days later, she manifested $8,000 from a completely different income source, completely outside of any other place, the amount of money that she needed in order for this vehicle to be paid for. And then she manifested it a second time. So then more money came from somewhere else to pay for it. So she created the demand in her mind, and that amount of money, that $8,000, came back twice. So she actually doubled the money in a very, very short time by moving into this idea of receivership. So the law of infinite supply says, as long as the demand is there in consciousness, supply will forever be filled, and it's infinite. So it doesn't stop. So why stop at 10,000? Why not go to 20,000, 100,000? So when I manifested my first $21,795, my coach at the time said, add a zero. And I did that. And then I manifested 210,000. Then I added another zero, 2 million, 20 million. 200 million. I want to take a quick break to talk about embodiment for a minute. So as you listen to this podcast, as you're watching this YouTube channel, I want you to think about how I can embody this for me. So I don't want you to just be grabbing knowledge and putting it in your mind. I want you to actually move it into your body. That is what made the difference for me. And so if you are interested in going a little bit deeper and going a little bit further, I encourage you to take my self-assessment tool. It's going to be a great tool and a great strategy for you to see where you're growing and see how your level of embodiment is actually moving. And when you take that tool, you'll also get access to a free course where you can go a little bit further and a little bit deeper into the idea of embodiment and how you can start to be the manifested version of you that has everything you ever want. So take the tool, grab the free course, chat with a member of my team, and let's start embodying now, today, in this moment. And now what you've been waiting for, my step-by-step process. So the first thing that I want you to do in order to call in a certain amount of money into your life is to make sure that you're creating demand. How much money would I love, and how can I act and be and feel like that amount of money every single day? What would I spend it on? Where would I go? What will I use it for? What's it gonna feel like to have it? So that's creating the demand. The second thing that I want you to do is to be in gratitude for every single dollar that you have in your life now in this moment. And yes, even if it's only $1, even if it's a penny on the ground, I want you to pick it up and I want you to see it as abundance, as more money that you manifested. Because next thing you know, it's going to be $1, then it's going to be $100, then it's going to be $1,000, and then you're at the 10,000. So I want you to be in that state of gratitude, that state of abundance, and to tell the story in your mind. It's working, it's coming, it's all here. I am very, very good at doing this. I tell myself a story about how my manifestation is on its way, but that state of gratitude is everything. And the third thing is to take that intuitive, inspired action. So to listen, to act on the feeling, to act on the ideas, because God is going to say, here it is, go do this, go do that. Go here, go there, go here. Or it's going to say, sit here and do nothing. But I want you to listen and pay attention to those intuitive nudges, those thoughts, and those ideas, and allow that 10,000 to come to you easily and effortlessly. And then you'll learn how to manifest 100,000, 200,000, and so forth. So I hope that you find this helpful. And if you want to like, subscribe, share, send my YouTube channel to anyone else in your life, I would love for you to do so, because when one person rises, we all rise together.